Hello, everybody. This is James of the Bog Frog Book Pod reporting in. I know we haven't talked about it on the show, but it is, in fact, Bog Frog Summer. Good God, that's a lot of cars. I'm driving right now because I'm actually on. The audio is difficult to listen to. First of all, I apologize. I'm using a new piece of equipment I haven't used before. It's very sensitive, and I'm trying to do my best to make it sound good. Doesn't matter. Anyways, it's Bog Frog Summer. We haven't talked about it because we haven't really got a chance to record as much as any of us would like to. Sorry. I'm covering worms in the bank right now. That should be out soon. Doesn't matter. Bog Frog Summer. Which basically amounts to I finally, after 6 years of working for the company I work for, had built up enough annual leave, enough time off, basically, and I'm at a position in the company where I can kind of just take time off now, which is nice for the first time in 6 years. So I decided, hey, why don't I go down to California Extreme? Now, if you guys don't know, California Extreme is a coin-op convention, is what it is primarily. It's got arcade machines, and it's got pinball machines. Pinball is the thing it's really famous for from my understanding, but it's got a lot of arcade as well. And I've been wanting to go for years. I'm not a big convention guy. I don't like people very much. I like talking, which is why I have the podcast, but I don't like people. So I remembered it was happening for once, and I reached out to Seth, who lives nearby. I was like, hey, Seth, how about we go to California Extreme? And he's like, yeah, that's a good idea. So originally, we're just going to do both nights, right? We're going to do both days. It's going to be great. Well, then, Seth's friend of the pod, he's been on the show, host of the upcoming We've Seen Better, Mike. He's like, hey, because Mike and Seth live nearby. Mike says, hey, they're doing a Godzilla Film Festival at this theater, the Balboa. It's a San Francisco theater. We should go. And I'm like, but it's on this Sunday, right? It's on this Sunday. It's actually Saturday and Sunday. So I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do the Sunday. So now the plan, right? First day, California Extreme. We're going to play a bunch of pinball arcades. Oh, this is the other thing. There's a concert that's going to be tomorrow. It's Friday right now. Tomorrow, concert. The Meg is a band I've been in love with since I was a kid. It's the nerdiest thing. They're a Mega Man cover band. They rock. I love them. Highly recommend. But they're doing a concert. I never get another chance to see them live, so I'm going tonight or tomorrow night, and then I'm gonna do that. So I'm excited for that. And then we're doing Godzilla. But that's not. One weekend does not make a Bog Frog Summer, right? You guys are listening and you're thinking, well, James, that's not a summer. It's not even a week. Well, here's the other thing. Next weekend, friend of the show, Mufti, he mentions last month, he says, I would love to go. He says, I've been thinking about trying to figure out a way to make it financially viable to go to Will Sloan's Ed Wood screenings he's doing up in Seattle, right? And I say, well, obviously the solution is Seth comes up from the Bay, picks me up, because I'm up in Northern California above the Bay, picks me up, picks you up, Mufti, because Mufti lives near me, and we go to Seattle together. We do a 10-hour road trip together to go see these damn movies, And much like the Bog Frog Book Pod, which started as a half joke and also half complete sincerity, Mufti says, actually, that's not a bad idea. Seth says, that's not a bad idea. So we get in a little group chat. We plan it out. We split the costs up. We do the math, and it makes sense. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a drive. And we're not going to it'll be a lot. But we're going to do it. So that's Bog Frog Summer Part 2. After that, I don't know. I didn't plan anything else. So this is it. This is my vacation. I don't know. So we got 2 weekends, and all throughout, I'm going to be doing these little recordings with my little recording toy I picked up. I'm very excited. It's a Tascam DR40 linear recorder, field recorder. Some people call them PCM recorders, what I knew them as. Oh, Christ. Sorry, I just caught a glimpse of something in my hometown, which I will not disclose because I'm not going to dox myself. But I just realized a big event is happening right now, and I fucking hate it. I'm like, probably pick up my brakes. The brakes on this car are very loud, and they're fine. I've checked. It's fine, whatever. That doesn't matter. It's Bog Frog Summer. And I'm going to be recording little things. I'm going to be recording them in California Extreme. I'll be recording them in between the Godzilla films we're watching, is my plan at least. And I know Seth is thinking about filming some stuff. He's got a film camera he'd like to practice with, and so there might be some video stuff we're doing. But yeah, Bog Frog Summer. I got 4 hours till I hit Seth, right? More or less, depends on traffic. So I'll be throughout doing these little recordings whenever I make a break, or, loud-ass garbage truck just passed me by. Yeah, Bog Frog Summer, y'all. Lock in. This is the second most self-indulgent thing we've done, I think. I've been... Before I leave, I'm about to get on the highway. I have to merge, and it'll be real fun. Before I do that, before I leave, I've been spending like 3 weeks trying to figure out like a sign-off for this. I couldn't figure out one. The best one I could think of, I was stealing from the Insert Credit show. Goodbye Forever. Brandon Sheffield says that on their like episodes where he's like on location recording stuff. So I can't think of anything. I don't know. But bye. I mean, that's how they end the show, right? That's how we just do a big bye. So bye. Hello, this is James from the Bog Frog Book Pod, checking in once more. It's Bog Frog Summer. I don't know if you guys remember from the last time I said that like 20 times, repeatedly. I'm just checking in, letting you know how my travels are going. I've hit the first bit of major traffic of the journey. See, Google Maps wanted me to go like through and around the bay, basically, and I looked at that and I said I'd rather die. So I chose. I'm taking I-5. I'm going straight down to Stockton. This is the type of content you come to Bog Frog for. Hyper-specific traffic discussion of Northern California. I think like a solid 5% of my childhood, okay, context. Growing up as a kid, every winter I'd go down to Walnut Creek in the Bay, and I'd spend it with my grandparents, right? And I love it. It's some of my most cherished memories are those winters, the things I was doing, and it instilled a deep love in my heart for California and the California Bay Area. I love spending time down there, and it's purely because of these winters, right? Just fully indoctrinated into it. But 5% of my time, that's I don't know what number. I can't give a number to it. I can't give a number that sounds as high as it feels in my heart. Anyways, a decent amount of time my parents and my grandparents, to this day, when they meet up, is talking about, again, specific Northern California. You gotta take I-5. I don't even take the levee roads. If you take the levee roads, I'm giving them like a Minnesotan accent. I'm like, because that's what, I don't know. That's the energy of these type of conversations to me. It's a deeply Midwestern feel. This just like boring minutia nobody gives a shit about, but has very strong opinions. They do give a shit, and that's the strangeness of it, right? I don't know. But anyways, I just felt like checking in. I was thinking about it. I don't think I've ever driven this chunk of I-5 before. I don't know. Maybe as a kid, I rode along and wasn't paying attention because I was playing on my Nintendo DS. No idea. Who can say? Yeah, just checking in, just saying I haven't died yet. I've been on the road about an hour. I think that's about right. Yeah, it's about right. Maybe a little under an hour, actually. That's not too bad. Listen to a lot of Range Touch programming, but I'm not gonna give them a ad bump yet. It's Bog Frog Summer. It's not Range Touch Summer. It's Bog Frog Summer. Yeah, that's it. Maybe something interesting is gonna happen. I'll see. I'll see. I still haven't figured out a good sign off. We'll see if anything interesting happens. Bye. Hello, this is James of the Bog Frog Book Pod again. I'm just checking in. I've been trying to think. I'm trying to think of things to say. It's been 30 minutes or whatever. I'm trying to think of things to say. Something interesting, right? I don't want to waste y'all's time. And mostly, I'm just doing like really bad Seinfeld bits in my head. But I just want to, and that's all trash. I'm not going to do any of that. Just can't think of anything good. Side note: I've been rewatching 30 Rock lately, and I got to the Seinfeld episode. He's bad in that episode, and it's remarkable. Because I didn't notice as a kid. I mean, I didn't know who Seinfeld was really. I knew him as, he did the show Seinfeld. He was doing the B movie. whatever. I don't know. Maybe Seinfeld's not as good as we think he is. I don't know. That's all I'll say. Hot take, in a post-frosted universe, maybe Seinfeld isn't that good. Also, he's like a Zionist or whatever. So, fuck Seinfeld. Anyways, I just wanted to pop in. I knew I said I wasn't going to do this, the last little clip, but just fuck this road. I-5. California, get your shit together. I know I was gonna make like hyper local California things. This road is really bad in this stretch, and I just can't. I'm putting out a public call, a call to action. I know we got almost no listeners in California. I don't know if that's true. I don't know where you fuckers are. Sorry, that was rude. I'm worked up about this bad road. I don't know where all you lovely people are. Probably not a lot in California, but those who are in California, reach out to the governor, that Gordon Gekko looking motherfucker. I hate him so much, and just be like, hey, Bog Frog podcast, and they send us out. Just want to let you know, I-5's not very good. Oh wow, this road sucks. Wow, I just hit into the bad stretch of it. Almost all of it's bad stretch. Sorry, I got a sign that said overhead power lines, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. Anyways, that's this message. It's like weirdly split as well. I think I should have been in the other lane, but I think I'll end up merging back with that lane, but traffic keeps merging into me and slowing me down. It's fine. It doesn't matter. This is, again, hyper-specific California street. Oh, no, wait. No, we're fine. I thought I was going to have to exit here. Yeah, I just wanted to bitch because I was mad about I-5. See you around? I'll figure out a better sign out eventually. I'm going to record a bunch of these. Statistically, I have to figure something out, right? I don't know. Bye! I'd like to apologize, dear listeners. Oh, wait, so it's Bog Frog Summer. I did. We're trying that one again. It's Bog Frog Summer, everybody. This is James checking in. I wonder if you guys could hear that. That was a loud car. I am parked in a park. I'm going to move there. That's probably better. It's probably too loud. I'm parked in some sort of preschool or something. I'm in Stockton. I finally hit Stockton. It's literally like 10 minutes from that last angry message, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about. Because I think the driving getting the better of me in that moment. I was a little aggressive. I was rude to you. I was a little worked up is all. And you know what? That's okay because I'm a human being. I make mistakes. But I just want to acknowledge, I think maybe the driving is getting to me. I don't like it. I don't know if I've ever talked about it on the pod. I do not like driving. I do not enjoy the process. I don't like cars. Now, there's a caveat. I actually really like cars. I like machines, like engines. But I just hate maintenance. And I hate driving because driving makes you have to do maintenance eventually. Right? It's terrible. What an awful cycle we're trapped in. But I just want to, take a moment. This is my first rest of the drive. Is also the other thing. I'm very excited. I have 2 water bottles with me. One I've been drinking out of. One I have not been drinking out of because it has the little metal wire thing to mix your thing. And I've started drinking these liquid IV things. Oh, there's somebody out there. Oh, I don't want them to think I'm a weirdo. Oh, they're staring at me. They think I'm a weirdo. Anyways, I've been drinking these liquid IV things. I like them a lot. Right? They're really good. Actually, that's a lie. They're kind of fucking awful. But I've been drinking them because I woke up really dehydrated the other day, and I've been paranoid ever since. So I got these liquid IV. I got the sugar-free sherbet ones though. Those are actually really good. And this powder will give me what I need to get through the rest of the day. I think I have 2 hours left basically. Yeah, a little over 2 hours. It's gonna be tight. It'll be late. I'm not thrilled about that. That is a loud truck. You definitely heard that. I'm gonna scoot inside the car a little more, partially because people are still kind of looking at me. What was I saying? Yeah, it's a long drive, and this powder will get me through it. I think. A lot of business executives, I think, in the 80s were also saying, this powder will get me through it. This powder will get me through it. But yeah, this is the Stockton check-in. So far, Stockton, real piece of shit. I shouldn't say that. It's probably a lovely town. I knew a guy. I knew a fella. He might still listen to the show. I don't know. Who grew up in Stockton, I believe. But we spent time in Sacramento once. Yeah. I think he's still listening. I'll be polite. I won't say anything. But yeah, Stockton. I haven't seen much of it. Basically, as soon as I got here, I was like, all right, this is the halfway point. I'm going to rest. I'm going to drink my little powder. I'm going to feel good. And that's it. Again, I think that's all I got. There's people left. Oh, I can lean. Okay, I'm leaning outside. Hopefully the road noise isn't too bad. Because again, there's like a busy road right next to it. I would be worried. I mean, they have a fence here, right? They have a fence. But I would be worried that a child may escape and run into traffic. Like some sort of... Because I think children are drawn to death in a very real way. I think they just kind of like seek it out. Because they don't know anything, right? Oh, there's another person. I think they hear me. Yeah, I'm a loud talker. You can probably tell from the big language. I think children naturally seek out death because that's the only thing they can understand. Because they don't have a lot going on, right? I don't know. I don't have kids. I was a kid. It was pretty cool. Anyways, I think that's it. The lady's not staring at me too much. I'm lowering my voice, putting the microphone a little closer to me. Ooh, car beep. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm feeling rested. I might do a few walks around the car just to relax my legs a little bit. But I'm going to head out. Seth is probably going to be working by the time I show up. And he told me, he's like, hey, I'm going to be working when you show up. So, I'll get... It doesn't matter. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this part. I don't want to talk about it. Yeah. So that's it. That's the show. Somebody... Sorry, I'm very paranoid. Someone's going to think I'm being a creep about children because I'm near a kindergarten or something and I'm recording myself. If I had a camera, I'd be more worried about it. But yeah, this is it. That's the thoughts. I don't know if any of this is going to be usable. I'm really worried that by the end of this trip, I'm not going to have any material worth listening to. But yeah, that's it. That's the Bog Frog Summer Update. Stockton, USA. I don't think I'll stop again. I ate... Whatever. I'm going to keep rambling, so I'm going to cut it off now for your sake and mine. Goodbye. Howdy, y'all. This is the Bog... Howdy, y'all. This is James from the Bog Frog Book Pod. It's Bog Frog Summer. Just to do another quick check-in. It's probably less than 10 minutes from the last time you heard me. The powder has betrayed me. It's weirdly sour. I've enjoyed this flavor every time until now, and it has betrayed me. It is sour. It is harsh in my vibe. I was really planning on this thing getting me through it. I was also planning on enjoying it, sipping my way. It's in my nice water bottle. Way it's going though, I'm down in this sumbitch. I'm getting rid of it. Probably gonna find a spot I can refill this water bottle, my other water bottle, because I like the ergonomics of this one more. But that's it. I just want to let you all know, don't trust anything, and don't ever have hope. It only lets you down. Goodbye. Bye. That's what I should be. Bye. What an asshole. Hello, this is James, Bog Frog Book Pod, Bog Frog Summer. There we go. All the important stuff out of the way. Just checking in because I drove past something just now. I was already thinking about remarking on it. I was holding back. I don't want to be Seinfeld. I don't want to be doing observational comedy. But then another thing hit me, and I was like, well, now I gotta do some observational comedy. So I'm driving, I look at my left-hand side, I see this massive lot full of RVs, but mostly trailers, right? Like the white and gray trailers you see all the time. Like camping trailers, I should say. I'm like, wow, that's a lot. And so then I'm starting to think about, what are the economics of that, right? Like, what does that look like? I understand a car dealership, but... From my understanding, those sort of trailers are the production numbers on them relatively low compared to your average car. Whatever, doesn't matter. This is the type of thing I'm thinking about all the time, though, right? This is the hell that I live in, right? So I'm just thinking about that's crazy, and I see a big building, and it's Camping World, and then these are the people who own the lot, and I think, well, that makes sense. Wonder if they sell, camping gear, whatever. More observational horseshit than nobody cares about. Then I look up a little further, and there's this big flagpole, and I realized that what I thought was a earlier I thought was a large flag far away was in fact a fucking massive, a truly massive American flag in the middle of this lot. And like, I need to record this because, I gotta slow down, sorry. Because like, you could drape like 4 or 5, like, you could drape a lot of cars under this flag. It was so large. I've never seen anything like that. It's kind of my, I'm almost out of Stockton at this point, right? Like, I'm basically done with this town. Camping World, and that's the last goodbye or whatever. Who cares? Who gives a shit? My impression of Stockton is there's a lot more here than I realized. I knew it was like a fairly large town. I'm relatively familiar with a lot of Northern California. You go past the Bay, my understanding of the terrain, kind of slips away. But up, Bay and above, more or less, I've got a pretty strong sense of things like that. And Stockton's a lot more. There's more here. So I guess I'm cutting an ad for advertising for visiting Stockton now. Come to Stockton, California. Got that big scary flag. I think if that flag fell on me, like just the flag, not the pole, I would become trapped and I would die. I would die in the American flag, and that would be a potent metaphor. Sorry, I was looking at an old farm building or some sort of grain silo. Ooh, there's a cop. I'm going to lower the microphone so they don't think I'm on my phone. Sorry if this sounds like there's 3 cops. They're watching. I hope they're not watching me. I'm going. They're not pulling away. Okay, there we go. That's what we like to see there, folks. Yeah, but that's it. That's Stockton. Different than what I expected. Scary flag that would kill me. Goodbye. Bye. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Bye. Frog Summer. Hey, I'm back. I know I keep saying I'm not trying not to talk about California too much, I'm trying not to complain, but I got something really positive to say. I love the hills of California. I love the mountains. I'm a valley boy, right? Like I just love looking at them, love driving through. I'm driving on 580 West. Anyone knows about that? And I'm in the section with all the wind farm. Like, it's all the propellers and shit. And what a fucking thing we've done. I love these things. Ren and I often argue because I'm a city boy, and I love the city. I love machines. I love technology. But I think Ren would agree that these windmills are fantastic. Like, they're gorgeous, and like it's middle of summer, right? So like it's middle of the bog frog summer right here. So these hills are dead. That's my rough road. That's my one complaint. It's gold. It's golden, is what my uncle would call it. I'd call it brown. All these gold. There's no green, is what I'm saying. These hills ain't green, but they're gorgeous. I would love to walk on top of these things by the windmills and just kind of like look around them. What a thing. What a beautiful thing. I just love it. I love California, no matter how angry it makes me sometimes. I do love this place, and I love this. I love these windmills. I love these hills. And what a fucking thing, man. And these hills are so tall. I can't see above them. I don't know where I'm going to. That's one thing. I don't know where I am, like, physically, like, on a map. Like, I don't drive this way, so I don't really have a good sense of like, just over that hill is such and such town. Like, I don't fucking know. I just love it. I love these hills. I love California. I love these fucking power plants, dude. That's so cool. They're so cool. People don't like them. Ever since I was a kid, I remember people bitching about them, and I don't get it then. I don't get it now. Like, goddamn. Look at these fucking things. We built these things, and they're like doing the damn. They're so big. They're so cool. They're so cool, folks. Yeah, that's it. Bye, Frog Summer. Bye. Bog Frog Summer. This is James. I am feeling it, y'all. I I'm done. I'm done driving. I do not want to do this anymore. I got an hour left. I took a detour through Fremont. Fremont is right. I was detouring, trying to find a bath. Could not find one. It's not dire enough that I'm... Well, let me say this. I stopped looking for one, right? So it's not that dire. But I would have preferred one. Either way, I'm done. I'm done driving. I don't want to do this anymore. I got 54 minutes according to Google. Yes, I will be happy for this to be over, is all I will say. Bog Rock Summer. Bye. Bog Frog Summer, y'all. I have arrived. I am currently outside of Seth's place of business, the place he works, the lovely theater, and I'm about to go in. I'm so happy to be done. That last hour was difficult. I was having a hard time. Sorry, I'm closing my door because I can hear people, and I don't want to talk to people. I don't know who that is. Anyways, I'm happy to be done. I'm happy. I'm not home, obviously, but I'm happy to not be driving for a little bit. This area seems lovely. I just drove through it. The road into town, fucking nuts. I was driving up and there's signs, this windy road, and I was like, it's not gonna be that windy. It was very windy. They're not lying about it over here. But yeah, I'm done. I'm good. Probably might have another report after this, but right now I just want to be done. So, y'all probably won't hear from me for a little bit. But that's Bog Frog Summer. That was I started this drive. Let me check. I started this drive at 2:44. It is 7:33. I was expecting it to take 4 hours to closer to 5. Bleh. Anyways, it's over. I keep saying it because I keep liking it. My leg is dying. I gotta go to the bathroom. Goodbye. Bog Frog Summer. This is James. I'm walking through an empty parking lot. I just got out of F1, the movie. I don't know if that has that subtitle, but I just got out of it. Seth works at a movie theater. I think we've talked about it, and so decided to meet him here because I don't want to go to his place with his folks and everything. It's the whole thing. Anyways, I show up. I walk in, right? Fucking his coworker. I can't remember his name. Lovely fella. I just spoke with him. Great fella. He's like, we got I know what you did last summer. Seth swoops, and he knows me. Seth put his hey, we got 3 seats for F1, front row. Like, sweet, perfect. Put me in them. So I just got out of F1, the movie, after 5 hours of driving. I was front row. I'm feeling weird. There is a food eatery. Ooh, car. Not talking, so I can cut this out, but I am talking. But anyways, after 5 hours of driving, I watched a movie driving a lot. And, let me tell you, not great, not terrible. It's dadcore. I'm a car movie connoisseur, I like to think. And a lot of those are dad movies, right? These are movies for dads, for dads to have dad feelings about. Ford versus Ferrari, peak, A+ dad movie. Really good movie also, just good. This is no Ford versus Ferrari. A lot of similar stuff. I think Ford versus Ferrari clears this. But it's interesting. Something I kept running into is I felt like it was a movie built modularly. You could take pieces and chunks out of it and put them in different orders. I felt like there were probably whole chunks of that movie made and then just never used, right? Because they did all this focus testing. It feels incredibly focused. I mean, the lead is fucking Brad Pitt doing a good old country boy. This is peak F1 propaganda, right? They are aiming at the American market. I don't know how they're doing. I haven't been paying attention to the charts or anything. Where's the eatery I'm going to? I thought it was going to be over here. Oh, whatever. But they are it feels created in a lab, right? And I don't necessarily hate that, but I don't love it. Okay movie, though. I don't know where the fuck this eatery is. Looks like a bank over there. Fuck. Guy in a car is looking at me, thinking I'm an asshole. Anyways, that's F1 the movie. That's my review. I gotta figure out where this place is. I gotta look at my map on my phone. Did I see the sign for it? For this little shopping center. Oh, I see the sign. Never mind. We're good. I'm gonna just keep walking over there. But yeah, fun movie. There's a lot of tire talk, which I feel like all these movies don't care about the tires. They don't care about that sort of thing, right? They don't really. They don't expect the audience to care, and they don't feel like doing the work to make the audience care, right? This movie does it. It does it, and I think it's mostly successful. One critique: I wish it trusted the audience more. You know, I wish it did. Is that an animal? No, that's plastic. I wish it trusted the audience more. But, you know, you can only do that so much. Especially, again, a movie that is like propaganda, right? Like, this is like a missile. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. I'm at the eatery. I'm not going to harass the lovely staff. I don't want them to listen to me. If I was talking about, like, something serious, maybe I wouldn't feel that way. But I don't know. You don't want to hear me rambling in between bites of food. Goodbye. There. I did the thing. Goodbye. Bog Frog Summer. Ooh, I just had a lovely dinner at a lovely eatery. Eggs, sausage, all that good stuff. Then I was gonna walk down to the ocean. There's like a straight walk basically there. It's 10:30. I don't know what I would see there, but something to do while I'm waiting for Seth to finish up his gig. But there's too many cars, and I wanted to record some things, talk, and then record it. I don't know. It just didn't seem like the wisest decision. So I'm walking back to my car. I'm gonna grab. There's a wild ass grocery store right here. Very fancy. Too fancy for my taste. I'm looking at it. I wouldn't be able to afford a shop there. Anyways, walking back to my car. I think I'm gonna listen to some of my recordings. Do some stuff. Just see how these came out. See if I'm completely wasting my time. But yeah, no, it's lovely. I'm happy to not be driving right now. I'm about to be driving, which I'm less happy about, because I'll have to get to Seth's house somehow. And I'd rather know that my car just parked here, but, could be worse. But yeah, lovely evening. Yeah, I think that'll be it. Bye. Okay. Bog Frog Summer. I just listened back to all of today's recordings, and I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't get to listen to any of those up until just now, and I think they came out pretty well. I think I did okay. There's some issues in there. What I'm hoping are playback glitches and not in the recording glitches. And we'll find out. But I'm very happy with all of that stuff. It's rambling. I sound like a crazy person, but I don't know. I think it's entertaining. I know Ren will really like it. Ren recently told me how much they enjoy me rambling. But yeah, I'm very happy with how that came out. I'm very happy with this trip so far. I'm still in my car, just kind of chilling. I forgot how cold it gets down here. I brought no clothes, nothing with sleeves, because where I'm living, it's like 100 degrees right now. Even at night, it gets down to 80. It is currently, it's 57 degrees. It's cold here, and I didn't think about that. Oopsie. But I'll deal with it. I've dealt with it before. 57, that's chump shit. I don't know. But yeah, this will probably be the last message. Maybe me and Seth will record a quick little thing together back at his place. I don't know. No, this is just for fun. This is just a little travelogue thing. But yeah, this is good. We're doing good. I'm proud of us. Proud of me. I'm proud. You know what? I'm proud of me. Traveling's hard. I'm not good at it. I was thinking about this. I was talking. I was trying to read about this. This will be the first time, again, in 6 years, because, again, vacation and all that. First time in 6 years that I will be away from home for more than one night. I haven't done that. I've been too busy, too cheap to afford things, the lodgings and what have you. So it's exciting. I'm gonna miss my cat. I'm gonna miss Duster. I'm gonna miss Duster a lot. I'm gonna miss my boyfriend. That's okay. That just means when I get home, I'll love them even more than I did before. Yeah, we're doing good work. I think I said that already. It's kind of late. I'm trying not to get sleepy. I don't know if it's working, but I know Seth is like a fucking night owl freak. Sirens. Oh, very exciting. Okay, they're not coming for me. We're good. But I know Seth is like a night owl freak. And I'm going to try and keep pace with him, but like I've been I haven't slept anywhere other than my own home for, like I just said, the whole thing. It's been a long time since I've been away from my house for more than a day. I have a pretty set schedule. 10:30 hits. I'm tired. I'm getting ready to bed. I'm on a schedule. I'm trying to break that. Trying to overcome that. For my sweet boy Seth, it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be really difficult. Don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm gonna try. That's it. That's the Bog Frog Summer. This is like day one of that. I was thinking about this. How I'm counting this as day one, right? Even though we're not really doing anything, right? This is just a travel day. Maybe day 0.5. I don't know. Day zero. If there's a comic book, it's gonna be day 0. Whatever. Who cares? That's the end of that. I'm gonna cut it here. Seth should be out any moment now. I think he just left. Yeah. Goodbye. Bog Frog Summer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am at Seth's home. I don't know if I'm the only one awake, but I'm going to be quiet. I'm in the backyard. I got a lovely rest. Oh, Bog Frog Summer Day 1, I should say, by the way, since we determined yesterday was Day 0. Day 1. So I had a lovely sleep. The lovely Seth's. Excellent Host we watched last night. Heard She Got Married, which is a Motown film from Matt Farley, one of the ones that I'd been really wanting to watch and that I just hadn't gotten around to. So that was really nice. We watched it on his Blu-ray. We had a lovely time, and then we turned in. But I'm just checking in, saying it is Bog Frog Summer Day 1. Not a lot to say so far. I literally just got up and dressed and combed my hair, that sort of thing. So slow going so far. So I will see y'all later. We'll probably be talking next in Seth's car, I'm thinking, and then probably talking again when we actually hit California Extreme. So yeah, that's it. I will talk to y'all in a bit. Bye. Bog Frog Summer. Bog Frog Summer. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Back to Bog Frog Summer Day 1. Although technically now it is Day 2. We fucked up. We had too much fun, actually. Believe it or not. California Extreme was amazing. We had a great time. Seth's not here. I'm worried, actually, that I keep talking about him, but he's not appeared yet, so I'm worried people will think I'm I don't know, Weekends at Bernieing him, but he's alive. We'll probably hear from him on the rest of Day 2, but anyways, California Extreme was lovely. I think I said before, but it's a coin-op convention, arcade machines, and pinball machines primarily, but there's a few other very strange machines that I'm blown away by.
Might be seeing footage of that right now, actually, depending on what we do with it. I'm not sure. But we just had a lovely time. We got there at 10. I got in the door about 10. Seth did not pre-register, and so had to wait another hour to buy tickets and then, come in. But we went from 10 in the morning to basically 11 at night. So like a full 12 hours. Now, mind you, we took breaks. We ate food. There's like a little cafe, that sort of thing. And then there was a few talks. Seth went to more talks than I did. Although the one we did go to was Sinistar talk, and it was 3 of the devs of the hit arcade game Sinistar, which is deeply iconic. If you haven't heard of it, you've probably, well, actually, if you're under 20, you probably haven't seen it, but it's very iconic. It's good. I actually got to play it a few times today. Good video game. A+. Anyways, I'm very tired. Sorry if I'm a little rambly or if I'm not as energetic as normal. Anyways, we went to this talk. It was lovely. They had 3 devs and a gentleman who was going by the name of Cinemax, who had made a documentary on Sinistar, apparently. 3 hours long, he mentioned. I haven't watched it. I'd like to watch it. I probably will watch it. It sounds lovely. Yeah. We went to this talk. It was lovely. The devs, I love old-timers. I love guys who's, when they were building their programs, had to worry about, like, we had 16 clock cycles. And it's like, 16? That's it? Oh. I love that type of, like, hyper-optimized working environment and, like, the stories that comes out of that. So I really enjoyed it. A lovely panel. It'll probably be available somewhere. They were recording it. There was a moment early on where Jason Scott, I believe is the fellow's name, the gentleman who I believe founded and currently runs and operates the Internet Archive. He was just there, and he did a little blurb at the top of the hour about it. That was really cool. I actually saw him a few times on the floor after that, every time I was like, oh my god, that's Jason Scott. Should I say something? I said nothing. I didn't feel like bothering him, although I did get a chance. Okay. Went to this talk. It was lovely. I'll talk about me bothering somebody later. Anyways, we went to this talk. Lovely, played board games. For me, the standouts are Omega Race, which is this, it's a space war clone. You're a ship, and there's all these objects, you have to shoot them, right? I really liked it, though. And there was another one, I can't remember, there was like Atazor or something like that. But the combination of playing that, they also had Space War, which was amazing. I've been wanting to play Space War for years. This is not the PDP-4 version, but I don't believe it was the Atari edition, which people don't like. Anyways, it was very exciting. For me, at least. Seth also enjoyed it. Anyways, playing these games in such close proximity and playing a lot of them. I played a lot of Omega Race. I really liked that game. Playing these games in such proximity really gave me good perspective on Ender's Game, right? Like, I understand intellectually what Orson Scott Card is pulling on and thinking about in Ender's Game, and like what games he's thinking about specifically. But like playing them, it made so much of that book make a lot more sense to me in like on a baser level, which I really appreciated. And yeah, all these fucking games. We played so many games. It was awesome. I understand pinball now. Like, I'm not good at it, but I get why people like pinball. Like, I really understand it. I have like pinball opinions now, which is crazy to think about. I'll have to maybe talk about that later. I don't know. Ooh, I kicked something. My apologies. And then the end of the day thing I wanted to do, and Seth was kind enough to do with me, was there's a band that I've liked since high school called the Megas, and their whole deal is they do Mega Man cover songs that are like rock operas, right? And they rule. I love them in a completely 100% uncomplicated, earnest way. Even though they are a very silly group, and they are aware of how silly what they're doing is, but also they enjoy it. and I enjoy them. So, like, you know, I'm not gonna complain. It was a great show. I have some problems with, I think the staff at California Extreme are very experienced with fixing arcade machines. I don't think maybe they know how to run an audio panel, perhaps. Like the mixing board. I think maybe there are some skills there that they don't have. And I think there's a lot of things they don't really know about setting up a band on a technical level. They're trying their best. And I was able to mostly understand the songs. Also, one of the loudest shows I've ever been to. I really regret not wearing ear protection, actually. I just wasn't thinking about it, because it was like it was like a small room with, like, it was seating. Like, there wasn't even stands. I have been to, like, when I saw the Chats, this Aussie punk band I like, they weren't this loud. The only comparison I have is when I went to see Porter Robinson's Second Sky music festival. Like, that is the level of loud that this was, you know. Like, it's ridiculous to me. I don't know what they were doing, but I had a lovely time. If you can't tell, if you can't hear the smile in my voice, I really, really did have a good time. Me and Seth will probably talk about it a bit more tomorrow. I'm gonna try and talk to him while we're driving down to the Godzilla Film Festival, which we're doing. We're gonna watch a bunch of those. Hopefully, I have an idea for something we can do and clear with him. And also just, like, the physical realities of, like, everything might get in the way. We'll find out. But yeah, California Extreme, I cannot recommend it enough. If you can make it, you should. It's smaller than I thought it would be, but not in a bad way. I don't know. I expected more machines, but also there's an absurd amount of machines. Like, it's a ridiculous thing to say, because, like, I don't know. I have a huge respect for pinball machines now, as I said earlier, but also just, like, arcade machines, because the arcade machines I interacted with as a kid were late era arcade machines. They sucked. I didn't like them very much as a kid. They felt bad in a way that I didn't like, but these machines, a lot of the machines are, like, you know, like, early 80s to late 80s. Like, this is a very specific, it's peak arcade machine, American arcade machine. Their Japanese selection I actually found very lacking. There's a decent amount of them, like, there's some fun rhythm games and stuff, but, like, I would have liked more Japanese games, is all I'm saying. Sorry, I'm poking at my face. I would have preferred more Japanese games, but that's fine. It's a lot of American games, and they're very good. But my point is, I have respect for the machines and the design that went into them, and, like, the energy that comes off. I again, intellectually, I've heard for a long time, because I'm a big vintage computer guy, people talking about, like, the CRTs and the way they glow, and the ghosting, and the after. And I've known these things to be true. I've been skeptical of them, but I've known them to be true just because, like, people say it, and, like, I was a kid and I had a CRT and everything. I didn't have that observation. I didn't have that appreciation, but I know things about them. Anyways, today, playing some of those games with those CRTs, I was like, I get it. I fully seeing Primal Rage. That was the game that really, like, was the first thing that clicked in my head, was a Primal Rage, this dinosaur fighting game. Not very good, but I've seen it emulated before, but I've never seen it in person. In person, it looks so much better. On that CRT, that big CRT it has, it looks so much better than all the vector image games. This is another thing that I'd heard about. Is vector graphics and, like, how good they look. And again, how do you play? Vectrexes are expensive, and that's, like, the home option for these things, right? So playing all these, I played a lot of vector games because I knew I wouldn't be able to get to do this anywhere else. I played Tempest. I learned I don't like Tempest, but that game looks so strange. Like the way your little reticle guy, the little alien ship, like, moves, there's nothing like it, you know? I really wanted to play the X-Men Vector's graphic game by Atari, but there was always somebody at that machine. There was only one machine, right? Like there's just no chance I was getting on that thing without waiting. And while I was willing to wait for a few games, I wasn't willing to wait for that. Anyways, I'm getting wildly on this. What I'm saying is I appreciate the experience to understand these machines as machines, but also like almost living objects. Which is, heck, this is one of those fucking things people say all the time in these vintage computer spaces that I'm in, of like thinking about these things as living, and I've always scoffed at it. I've always thought it was horseshit. But like, they're temperamental creatures. Again, huge kudos to California Extreme staff. There were times where I would go out to do something and the machine would be broken. I would want to play a game and it was down, it was broken. And then I would see a guy go over and he'd be working on it. I'd go off, do something else, come back half an hour later and it'd be fixed, it'd be up and running. There was one guy working on a, I think it was a Defender cabinet, not a cabinet, a Defender cocktail. I believe that's what they're called, the cocktail cabinet, where it's a table. Basically, anyways, this dude like had it open with a multimeter working on it, and like unfortunately it never came back to life. But he was working on it, and like these things have a temperament. Like there were some machines where like I didn't like playing it because I could feel the knob was weird, right? It was too tight, it was too loose. Like sometimes the joystick's a little bit off, the buttons aren't quite right. But you go to another machine and it's quite right. Like it's got exactly tuned just the way I like it. There was one machine where multiple times I walked up to it to play the game. I can't remember what game it was. When I walked up and the heat off of the CRT was so much higher. I don't know what was going on there. Maybe that's dangerous. I don't know. But it was hot. It was warm, and I could feel it, and it made me uncomfortable. It was the heat of this thing, and I didn't like it. I left, and like I don't know. I that is unique to me. That experience of like the physical properties of this game are impacting the way I feel about it in a way that feels alive. Like it feels temperamental. Like I lack the language to discuss this, I feel like. But I am happy to know I lack the language, that I lack the view on it now, because I didn't know this before. I was skeptical. I was deeply skeptical and hesitant to talk about things this way, but now that I've experienced so much of it, I get it. I'm on that side. I get CRTs again. I do. I understand. And I don't know. I on a personal academic, like I want to enrich and learn all the time level, I'm happy I did it, but also on a personal, that was a lot of fun level, I'm also very happy. And I think how I got to this point was, you should go to California Extreme. I loved it. I think everyone should go to this thing. Okay, I have to go to bed. It's too late. I'm rambling. I'm not able to keep a point straight. One more thing. I really appreciated the diversity of the community here. It was a lot of, primarily, let's be clear, it was like old men, right? Like these are like old guys who love these games, maybe even made some of them. This is for them. These are the boys. I played pinball next to a guy who reeked of cigarettes and was wearing like a leather jacket. It was getting, frankly, uncomfortably aggressive with the machine he was playing on. But that, to me, that's pinball. That's what it's about. I got the authentic pinball arcade experience. Anyways, it's a lot of old men. But also, I noticed there was also a lot of women, older, younger women. It was a lot of queer people, visibly queer. Those are just the ones I could clock, or clock is terrible. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. But people I could identify and think, oh, they're gay like me, or they're gay, or they're queer, right? I'm too tired to speak eloquently about this, but you know what I mean. There was women, queer people, and a lot of disabled people, which, it's old. These are older people, and they're bound to be some folks who can't move quite like they used to, or whatever. Disabled, differently abled, I think is what I'm going to say. I don't care for the disabled thing. Differently abled. I don't know if that's... I'm too tired. I'm sorry. But there was a lot of people of all walks of life, I guess is what I'll say, after all of that rambling. And it made me feel good. As I get older, as the world continues to be the way it is, I get more and more cynical about the future in a lot of ways. And I know as a kid, I believed truly, like I think a lot of children do, and a lot of people did at the time also, like not as children, and a lot of people in general, that like technology and games were going to save us, right? Like that was what we just needed, smart people doing technology right, and we were all going to play games, and everything was going to be good, right? Like that is something I believed on some level. I don't believe that anymore, especially the technology thing and smart people. I'm deeply skeptical of new technology and its place in society, but games are forever, and games are good. Now, asterisks to that, because games are also like, they're created by people and inherently have ideologies, and sometimes those ideologies are bad. Like Narc was there. I don't know if you guys know Narc. It's a game about a narc, a drug enforcement officer, just shooting people, just murdering people, and that's not good. That game is not going to save us. But like people from all walks of life being excited to be in the building, to play games, to play pinball, and just have a great time together. And like, I don't know, there's something about it really hit me in a way, and I appreciated it a lot. I appreciated feeling like we were all together. But there would be times I'd be playing a game, like I was playing Gauntlet, and this guy and his kid came by, and I had fucked up. So Gauntlet's a 4-player game, right? I accidentally activated a second character. So I was trying to navigate the game with 2 characters. I couldn't do it. And this guy and his kid comes by, and I can tell they're watching. So I'm like, hey, come over here. Come play with me. Like, take over. I'm struggling. And they take over, and I immediately realize that they play Gauntlet a lot. They have Gauntlet strategies, thoughts, and opinions. And that rules. And I had this moment of connection with these people I'd never met before. I don't know their names. And we just got to play Gauntlet together. We got to be people together. I got to discuss Lunar Lander with a gentleman who was telling me that he was working on his own version and how he was struggling to generate the terrain in his version. And there was a whole thing, and I wasn't much help in that. I'm not a technical man, but it was a nice moment of a connection, and I need that right now. I'm not in a place where I can really brush that off. So final statement. I'm gonna go lay down. Literally, it's like 1:30, I think, right now. I'm gonna go lay down. Bog Frog Summer. Go to California Stream next year. Have a great time. Go. I don't want to say go to a convention and have a great time, because I am also deeply skeptical of conventions as a whole, as like this weird nerd industrial complex. I don't like that. But like, if you have a niche thing that you like a lot, and there is a convention for that very niche thing, and it hasn't been like fully subsumed by like, again, the nerd industrial complex, go for it. I think you'll have a good time. I think it'll be good for you, and I think it'll be good for everyone. And I don't know, be happy, chase happiness. We ain't got enough of that. Bye.
Bog Frog Summer, day 2. Part 1 of Bog Frog Summer is about to come to a close, though, because it is the evening. I didn't do a morning record. I'm so sorry, but this evening
we're leaving early.
That's Seth.
Very early.
You can hear Seth to prove that I have not been lying about visiting him this whole time. We just left Mike's. We spent the whole day with him, watching Godzilla, as I told you all we were going to do. Banger time. Is that a correct estimate?
That was it was fucking lovely.
It was.
And also, we didn't watch it, to be clear.
Yeah.
Not at Mike's. There's a
No.
theater
Yes.
holding a fest.
Big ass, the Balboa, which is what
The Balboa. It's lovely, lovely theater.
It was very fun being. I told you this. I hadn't been in a theater that old before, so
Yeah.
it was very eye-opening and interesting.
At some point, you'll have to come at a point where we go to the Roxy.
Yeah.
Which is the oldest, one of the oldest theaters in America.
I would
or one of the
love
oldest
to go to
independent
that.
theaters in
Yeah.
America. I think, but definitely I think the oldest independent theater.
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
Like the West Coast.
I would love that.
It's fucking sweet. It's kind of the first time I ever went there was to see Eraserhead on film, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was so fucking dark in that theater.
Yeah.
That somebody had to light a lighter to find their way. Like they just flicked it for a second, and they were leaning against the wall. That's really good. The vibe is good. The seats are kind of uncomfortable.
Oh, I mean, they gotta be. I realized recently, I was thinking about this, I don't think I've seen a movie on film since I was a child, right? Because when we were really little, we still had a few film things, right?
That was still something that was possible. I think the newest movie I've ever seen on film would be
you saw Oppenheimer on film. Yeah.
Oppenheimer on film.
I remember.
But luckily, around here.
You got options. I have to.
You don't quite have that.
Pray that something in Sacramento is on film because I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyways, we're at the Balboa for Godzilla Fest, a 3-day thing. We only got the last day. I've mentioned this before. Yesterday was California Extreme, and then we kind of on Mike's suggestion, threw together this day, which was good, a good decision.
I think it was a very good decision.
It was fantastic time. They did 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We caught Sunday. What 4 movies did we watch?
Gamera the Brave,
2006.
Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, which I think is 64.
Yes, because it's pre-moon landing.
Yeah.
Because they have a joke about it. And I had to, it took me out of it for a second. I was like, wait, what?
Movies could be made back then.
It's very strange to think about in my noggin.
Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster versus Biollante, which I think is 90 or 91.
Is it? I thought it would be 89.
Might have been
that's my
maybe
because it is set 5 years after 84, 85. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Mayhaps, yeah. Around then.
Yeah.
At
Late
some point.
80s, early 90s, no matter.
In the Heisei era, not to be confused with the Millennium era
or the Showa era.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one I have.
The Millennium era is just also during Heisei, which I think is funny. Which is what another
How'd that
movie.
happen?
Well, because the Millennium era is what Final Wars, which is the last one we watched, was. But
okay, so Millennium era is specific to Godzilla.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I was like, wait, how did they?
This is not a real thing. Yeah, this is a Godzilla specific thing that happened because you had Godzilla Returns.
Yeah.
All the way through Destroya.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of ended that.
Okay.
That was the last one for a couple of years.
Yeah, that kind of continuity that they were working with. Yeah.
Which is all one continuity.
Yeah.
Which isn't something that happens. Oh my god.
It's really cool.
Did you see that?
No, what?
There was a bird or a bat or something.
Oh shit!
It was scary. It swooped down too close to the car.
I didn't even notice it.
Scared. We are in the birds country.
So we are. So
this is where it happened.
If you couldn't tell, we are currently driving.
I feel like this
night
is the correct vibe.
Oh, this is the vibe for the first day of the trip, day 0, which is me losing my mind into a recording. But yeah, we watched
those 4 movies.
Very good time. We got some food in between, of course.
Yeah.
But
first 2 were dubbed,
and
second 2 were subbed.
Mm-hmm. I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the subs more than the dubs, but we were talking about this with Mike afterwards. It kind of makes sense
to ease people who aren't familiar with this stuff into it, especially with Gamera being like a kid's film and everything.
Yeah.
Like it really kind of
definitely makes it easier. Also, during Biollante, there was a fucking. I didn't want to be an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
They were being pretty loud. This child.
Yeah.
And I think it was his grandfather.
Okay.
Who took him here. And he was
rules.
asking a million questions. Just after, like, every scene.
Truly, we started out for... Maybe hadn't seen a movie before.
Legitimately, it's entirely possible. Because he would just,
level.
he would ask stuff like, oh, one of Biollante's tentacles gets, like, cut, and it, like, oozes green.
Yeah.
Green. And he was just like, what's that green ooze? Are they recording? It's just like a lot. And I don't even think that... I don't know.
You don't know how to feel about it?
I don't know how to feel about it. It was kind of funny. It was a little annoying at points. But
I didn't catch a ton of it, thankfully.
yeah, you were, like, just far enough out of...
Yeah,
I was, like, literally... Mike and I were, like, right in
there.
front of them. They were, like, two rows back.
Yeah, okay.
And there was nobody in between us.
Yeah.
So, it's like, I could hear it pretty well.
Yeah. But that was basically today. We all got a decent amount of merch. Well, you and Mike especially got a lot of stuff. I mostly just got a present from my
I got
boyfriend.
2 things.
You got 2 things.
Mike got several things.
Mike got several things.
I got a bargain for mine.
You did a damn bargain. That guy was cool. That
guy was awesome. That guy was really cool.
The gal he was with, I don't know what the relationship was, but I liked them a lot.
Yeah, they were really nice. She had asked me before it started, before Gamera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, oh, like, what are you gonna watch? And I'm like, I can't remember what all of them are, but I'm gonna watch Biollante.
You got to be there.
And
for
like,
Biollante.
oh, that's a must see.
Yeah.
You get it.
Very sweetly, when I was like, buying this book for my boyfriend, he was like, oh, let me take this sticker off so they don't see how much you paid for it. It's like, thank you.
I think it's good though. That thing was cool.
Yeah, very cool. I was surprised by how much stuff they had. We had talked about how I was like, I need to get stuff to make up for the fact that I've abandoned my boyfriend. But, like, I didn't expect them to have that much stuff. I thought it'd be like a shirt or something, you know?
Yeah. I kind of wish I got a shirt, but also I like my things. I like my little figures. I like figures. I'll be able to look around and see little guys. Yeah, that was fun. Neither of us had seen... None of us had seen Gamera the Brave.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen... You have no history with Gamera.
No, nothing with Gamera. I had listened to the Important Cinema Club's episode on Gamera, and that was it. That was all I knew about it.
I've seen the first 3. I've seen the first 1, like, maybe 2, at least 2.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times. Could not tell you a single thing that happened in that movie.
Except that they bleed.
Except that, I don't even know if he bleeds much in that first one. He definitely bleeds in that second one. And it's kind of
That
weird.
was what it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
I
do want to mention, I just remembered, there was one Gamera thing I had seen, except it's not actually
Gamera. Death Battle?
No.
Is this the Gamera versus Godzilla Death
Sorry,
Battle?
that took me out of it. No. Do you remember, it's an episode of Billy and Mandy that is a Gamera parody?
I've seen, like, screen caps of it.
Okay.
I don't think I remember it at all.
Okay.
You know, like, I've probably seen it because I think I've seen every episode of Billy and Mandy at some point in my life. But I did not, you know.
I was a big Billy and Mandy head as a kid, so, like, in my brain. But, you know, as a kid, I'm watching this giant monster, and I'm just like, well, it's Godzilla.
Yeah, it's
like, I know who Godzilla is. And then I learn about Gamera years later, and I'm like, wait a second, that turtle monster.
I love Gamera. Like, I love Gamera as a design.
He looks so good. Like,
yeah, especially in Gamera the Brave, which is like a pseudo reboot made in 2000. It is a reboot. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's a full reboot.
Yeah, it's a full reboot. It's kind of like, here's introducing Gamera to a new generation
to make no movies after this.
I guess it probably didn't do very well.
I imagine. I mean, Justin DeClue on his Letterboxd review of it mentions, at least in America at the time, the Gamera heads in the world were like, well, that's kiddie shit. Like, this is like
it is coming
reboot.
Off of, like, you know, the gritty 90s trilogy.
The much loved.
Those are like considered not only just much loved. Those are like top tier, some of the best monster movies of all time.
Up there with the Mothra trilogy at the same time, you'd say? Because I know you.
I mean,
higher.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen it, but people definitely consider. People like those Gamera movies more than they like those Godzilla movies.
That's crazy.
Mostly.
That's wild.
I gotta watch those. Yeah, I mean they're probably incredible. I've seen like clips of them, and I'm like, this is like just the effects of.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Very much a. It really sells these like monsters fighting, and they don't really like think about humans.
Yeah. It's that thing from F-91 that we the shell casings.
Yeah, it's just like it's frightening.
We're too small actually to deal with these things.
Yeah, it's scary. I think it was during Gamera and the Brave, I did think, this is a little Tomino-esque. Because just how it was doing, how it was portraying like damage to a city.
I was
like, that's frightening.
I was shocked when the bad guy in that, he eats those fucking people in front of the kids.
Yeah,
like that was very
straight
and
up.
Like the blood is in its mouth afterwards. Like very extreme for something I wouldn't expect.
When at the beginning of the movie when Gamera is being like eaten alive,
it's crazy,
and it's like it's squishy and
he's
scary.
got those like baby eyes even at that point. So you're like, no, it's Gamera.
It's like deeply upsetting immediately, and then that kid is like, yeah, my mom's not in heaven. She's just she's bones and dust.
I fully agree with the guy who was doing the presentation. I don't remember his name. He was with the Bay Area Film Events.
Yeah,
the organization.
Bay Area Film Events.
Yeah, it seemed like a little fellow.
Has done the commentary on the Arrow box set for Gamera the Brave, and I imagine probably other ones.
Yeah, he seems incredibly knowledgeable.
He seemed very like in there.
Just from the things he would say offhand, like when he talked about being at the release for Final Wars, like that. Like, oh shit,
like,
you've been around.
Producer of Toho. Yeah, he's been doing it.
But the thing he said at the top of that movie was like, I think this is like the perfect kids film. I think I agree with that. I do think.
Yeah, I thought it was really.
This is like an amazing film for children. It's got that thing of like it respects kids to understand violence on a level, like. And like kids also want to be scared a little bit.
It's like harrowing and like it's like a little slow at the beginning, but it's like fun. Like it has very good human drama.
The human shit rolls in that. It's probably got out of the four things we saw, I think the best.
I would say the best human drama. At the very least, it's the most cohesive human drama. Like as much as I love. I mean, I like the human drama in all of these ones, I think.
I did almost fall asleep during Ghidorah, during like the final bit where they're like on the cliff. Like that, I was like zonking out until I think it was either a woman in our theater or in the movie. I couldn't tell you because again I was falling asleep. I just heard a no, and I was like, I'm over there. Like,
I like the human drama in that one because there was also some kind of silly.
Ghidorah is very fun. Like
Ghidorah is lovely. I like the human drama because it's at least it's interesting. It's like, you break it down and it's like, oh, it's like this
like
reporter,
this sci-fi,
this woman who thinks she's a Martian and probably like is literally
yeah.
I mean, the movie is like he's a descendant of Martian or
Venetian
Martians in the dub,
and,
Venus in the sub.
Strange change.
A very bizarre change. I don't know what.
I just imagine Martians were more popular. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Like that's all I can imagine.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah,
I love the dub, but that's part of it. I think it's also like the dub for these Godzilla movies are like important.
Yeah, because that's how people watched them.
That's
right?
how people. That's the only way people could for a long time. And it's like I do think you should watch all of these subbed. I mean
100%, but I think also if you want to be able to interact with like the older English fan community for Godzilla, you have to pass through at least some of those English dubs.
And I only when I did my massive thing, when I did my massive Godzilla education, training,
indoctrination,
self like Ludovico techniquing myself to watch
parallax,
just flashing.
yourself.
a bunch of kaiju shit into my brain, Toho kaiju shit. I only watched the English versions that had like significant differences. To which actually, I think I missed one. I missed one for Strikes Again that I just didn't know about because it's not under Godzilla, and I think it's called just the Fire Monster.
Okay, yeah.
But I did watch those, and those are not great. They're kind of interesting though. I was talking like, Godzilla Returns, Godzilla 84.
Yeah.
I prefer the English version
because
of
it's shorter, right?
It's 20 minutes shorter, and I think that movie's too long.
Yeah, I was really disappointed going and watching that for the first time because it looks really good. Like,
it looks incredible.
The special effects are amazing. Like, the lighting on everything is great, but it just keeps going.
And Super X is lame.
I do think I was thinking about this watching Biollante because that's the direct sequel to it. I was thinking, in a crowd, in a theater, I think 84 pops a lot more. Like, I think I would get
I think that would be a lot of fun. I would, you put a Godzilla... If you put me in a theater and you make me watch really any of those movies, I'd have
You probably have a better...
time. Like, if today was... We watch all 8 of the offerings in a clip, I would have... Like, that would have also been... That would have been a lot, but I would have done it. Like, even though I dislike 2 of those movies.
Actively don't like them.
Yeah, Destroy All Monsters is kind of...
And you get the fight at the end.
Yeah, you get the fight at the end, and it's like, sure, whatever. It's hard for me to really hate any of those Showa ones.
Yeah.
But Space Godzilla is abysmal. That's like, I would feel bad.
Which sucks, because that poster is amazing.
It's incredible. Also, it played in the bigger theater, which is crazy to me.
Do people go for Space Godzilla? Like, is this something that you think you're in the minority on, or
I don't know anybody who everybody loves that design because it's
fucking amazing.
It's really cool, and it's one of the ones where same with Destroya, which I like Destroya a lot more, but it's not my favorite. It's definitely one of the ones where people see it and it's oh, that's he's a super powerful kaiju guy.
Yeah.
So I think people are drawn to it, but I've never really heard a defense of that movie in any real way. Most people I know are that suit's really cool, but the fights are boring and it's really boring.
It's not good, actually.
It's long too. It's no good. I don't like it. But if I put me in that theater, I probably would have watched it and been sure.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
I watched a bunch of Friday the 13th movies, which hit similarly in my brain to Godzilla in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't done this with Godzilla as much as I have with Friday the 13th, but there is something weird when I'm rewatching these movies for the 3rd, 4th, 5th time, and I'm well, how do I accurately rate something that I know for a fact I'm going to rewatch at least 5 to 6 times again before I die?
That has merit to it on itself, even if you think
even if I'm I don't really like this very much, I'm
but I'm going to keep watching it.
I'm going to keep watching it. I'm going to watch all of those Friday the 13th movies again, even though there's several that I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch Godzilla Raids again at least 2-3 more times before I die, and I truly have no love for
no
that movie.
Fondness at all. That's the direct sequel to the original, right?
Yeah, I like how it's it's hard for me to get angry at any of those Showa ones. I do not like Raids again. I'm a liar. I really dislike that movie. I think that movie's super boring.
Oh.
Godzilla good.
Before, because I think we got all the Godzilla thoughts out for what we saw. Do you? Because I got.
We haven't talked about Final Wars at all.
Oh, you're right. We have to talk about Final Wars. You're right. You're 100%.
Final Wars, final movie of the entire festival, or the last one that started.
It ended last.
It ended last and started last.
Yeah. Excellent final film for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect.
I had a moment of respect to the people who put this together, because -1 was playing at the same time, and I'm certain -1 pulls more people.
Absolutely.
But Final Wars got, like, the king seat, right? Like, it got the bigger theater, the nicer theater. And, like, I was like, respect to you. Like, that's...
You gotta...
it's fucking Final Wars. I knew about Final Wars before I knew it was Final Wars, right? Like, it's one of those things that, like, you just... If you have any interest in Godzilla, if you have people in your life with interest in Godzilla, at least at our age, you're gonna see clips of it. You're gonna, like, hear about, like, oh, it's got all the monsters in it, you know?
That's
like,
the one. Like, that's... People... I think, there is a lot of human drama in that movie.
Yeah.
But that, it really, to me, it's like... This is the maximum best put together version of the thing that people say they want out of a Godzilla
100%.
movie. And I don't think it's like the best Godzilla movie because of that, because I want different things out of Godzilla movie than...
I prefer Biollante over this, I
do prefer... I was thinking about it. I was thinking about my favorite Godzilla movies, like just like my top 5.
Yeah.
And I was like, it feels weird not to have this on there, but it just wouldn't be on there. But it's not, even though I'm like, it's like, it perfectly does a specific style of Godzilla, just as good as humanly possible.
The thing that struck my mind, while my mouth was literally agape watching the motorcycle fight, right?
Yeah.
I was losing my mind. I had this thought. I realized that I had not had the thought I usually have watching Godzilla films the first time of, God, when is Godzilla going to show up? Right? Like, I always have that thought.
Part of it is ape shit.
Exactly. I'm like, I kind of forgot it was a Godzilla movie there for a while, because it was just like, I just want to watch these fucking aliens, like, fight constantly. Like, I just want to see, like, these dudes doing insane shit forever. Yeah. Like, it worked. It just, But again, I like we just said, also probably not my favorite. I prefer Biollante over this, but still amazing. And it's such a fun celebration of the franchise up to that point as well, of like all the monsters, and even like, correct me if I'm wrong, even the fight with Rodan and the big armadillo sumbitch, that is like out of like one of the other movies, right? Like
it references it. I don't remember exactly which one, but that is definitely like referencing some stuff.
Yeah, like I recognized like the setup and everything. I was like, oh, isn't that like Destroy All Monsters or something? I was like, I've seen the clip from the original that this is a reference to.
Yeah.
And again, to reference Justin Declue, his review on Letterboxd, he points out like even the cast of characters is like fully representational. Like you have a scientist, you have a military man, you have a reporter, you know, like you have all these guys doing. You have a weird psychic person.
I was thinking the entire time we were watching Biollante and this, I was like, I gotta get more psychic build. I gotta start thinking about psychics more, like just in general.
Every once in a while, I watch, like, specifically for me, Japanese media of like, and there's like some occult element to it, and I'm like, damn, I think they get occultism in like fiction better. Like I don't know what.
I don't know how to do it. You know?
I don't know how to do it, and I don't know what impacted the culture there to create that. Like, I don't know what that's coming out of, like, what that's bubbling from. But fuck, I love it.
You know what? I mean, with Japanese shit, it's unfortunate. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. You can obviously get into Japanese folktales and stuff, but one of the things that really popularizes it is Taito Monogatari, which is not possible to experience as an American.
Yeah.
And even not super possible to experience as somebody who speaks the language. Because based on everybody I know who at least has learned Japanese, it's really difficult.
This is what I've heard Baxter say. Of like, I couldn't translate this to you. I don't think I can understand it.
I own Doomed Megalopolis. I own the OVA for that adapts like one of the books or whatever, and there's like 2 live action movies I think that cover mostly the same material. But I'm like, you know what, maybe. But yeah, I definitely feel that where I'm like, I want to understand this shit better.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is also, I think I'm gonna just start doing that more. I've been in a cake where I'm like, I really need to start banging out some of these fundamentals.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about this yesterday about like the fantasy stuff you've been meaning to read and everything.
Especially with like the fantasy stuff. I recently have been staring at my copy of the Mabinogion a lot more. Where I'm like, I should just do it. It's important.
foundational, as we said.
Is directly referenced. I mean, one is where Tolkien got a lot of is pulling from. It is where Guy Gavriel Kay ends up pulling from.
Yeah,
with
that makes
his
sense.
Fiona Park Tapestry. A thing that is important to, just Western
culture and
Western
fantasy,
culture and fantasy in general. I've read one of the stories and I thought it was charming enough. I can't read Celtic names correctly. I think I spent legitimately 10 minutes because they have like a pronunciation thing in front of the book where it's like, here's like when you see this, here's how you're supposed to say, like, here's phonetically written in English. And I spent like legitimately 10 minutes trying to figure out how to pronounce one of the the main character's name of the first story, and I was like, I can't do this.
This ain't gonna happen.
I don't want to spend this much time doing it. I'm just not going to. I'm gonna probably listen to somebody read.
That's the way to do it. Yeah,
but I want to read it as well.
Any more Final Wars thoughts? Good, great time. I like Captain Gordon a lot. I love him so much.
So good. If you just have a chance to see that movie in a theater with a crowd,
oh my god,
it's even if you don't really have much connection to Godzilla, even if you don't like Final Wars, if you've seen Final Wars and you're like, I don't really like it very much, I still think you owe it to yourself to see that in a crowd, because there is something about it.
It's got what it takes. Fucking when Captain Gordon says, "This is Operation Final Wars," and the crowd loses their mind.
People are clapping, people are fucking going crazy.
It's good. It was fantastic. So, those are our Godzilla thoughts for the Godzilla day we had. Now, you haven't had a chance to talk about California Extreme. I ranted and rambled about it yesterday to the microphone. Yes. Do you want to rant and ramble about it? Do you have anything you want to say?
I can talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it.
California Extreme was really fucking cool. I don't have a ton of thoughts about it, besides, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you were happy to be there.
I was happy to be there. I definitely think next time I would, I don't know, I'm sure you mentioned it. Mm-hmm. I really think I need to, bring some headphones.
Yeah, I did mention that in my talk to yeah.
And just, because that would really let me just sit there and,
fully
focus on some arcade games. Because I was feeling that when I picked up Mr. News Castle.
Oh,
I'm
my God.
A big
you were
Mr.
in
News
that.
Castle.
Yeah,
I fucking love that game. I thought that game was, I was like, this is wonderful. And I was like, I would love to just spend as long as people will, as long as
we'll tolerate, we'll allow
to just fucking get in there.
Well, that's what I liked. After about 7 o'clock, when the crowd started thinning out, you could really sit down and zone into a game, because there wasn't people crowding around or anything. Because the people who are there for specific things, or they're
they're there for not the whole time.
Yeah, and there's also just it was great. I don't think I told you about this. I think I told this on the microphone. At one point, I was playing pinball, and there was a guy next to me, an older guy with a leather jacket who smelled of cigarettes, and he was getting weirdly aggressive about the pinball he was playing, and I was like, this is the experience. This is what pinball's about.
The only way you could make that better is if he was actively smoking.
Literally, right? That's the only thing that I would have been time warped at that point.
Yeah, that would have been you would have looked around and it would have been California Extreme #1.
Yeah, I would have been where am I?
In 1996 or whatever.
Yeah. It was. I loved it. I did already talk a ton about it. I'm not going to talk more.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have any thoughts about the
experience.
Well, I went to some more panels.
Yeah, you did. You did the panels. I only went to the Sinistar one.
It was cool. The Killer Queen one, I played a little bit of Killer Queen Black when that was really available to play.
Yeah.
And this is really cool. I get it. I think this is really fun.
Yeah.
I wish I got to play the arcade cabinet.
I was going to say, did you ever try and get in line?
It was just always so much, so many people, and I was I don't really want to wait around.
There was only one game that I really wanted to play that I just never got around to. I didn't get to play Tron. I really wanted to.
Oh, yeah, you did.
But there was always somebody on the Tron
somebody
machine.
Always on that Tron.
I did get to play the Ferrari, the F355. I sucked ass, but it was so cool. I was blown away by that machine.
I got to play Outrun 2. That was another one that I was like, I have to play that.
Shout out to the guy beside me when...
Oh my god, that dude loved that game.
Yeah, I was playing Crazy
He was trying to
Taxi.
talk to me about it.
Yeah, and he was like, check this out. He showed another person.
He grabbed it. I don't think they knew each other.
No, and it was just like, you need to watch me play this map. It's like one of the coolest maps in any racing game ever. And he was into it. Like, the guy was into it.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, fuck yeah, it is that awesome.
And he was like, that's fucking sweet. And I was like, that's what it's about.
Truly, I talked about this last night, but like, the community was really delightful. Like, it was
really nice.
Very nice. I loved like being able to watch people hopping in and out of games. Like, it was really nice.
It was really fun. It was really cool.
I told you about it several times. Did you ever end up trying that shuffleboard game I got addicted to?
No, I didn't. But I'll keep a lookout for it next time.
I had to pull myself away from it several times. I really
fucking love
with
shuffleboard.
Like Atari shuffleboard or whatever it was from like 1978.
It was good. I also I know people. It understands. I understand. It makes sense why people probably weren't super, crowding around that Space Wars machine. But God, that would have been so cool to see a bunch of people go at for a while.
I would have paid to watch people who were good at Space War play it.
Yeah,
that would
have been fucking.
Because
just people who watch somebody get good at Space War.
Oh my god, yeah, right. Like, learn Space Wars from first principles or something.
Just go. Another one. I don't know if you saw it. There was always people around this, and then I think it stopped working, because these.
Yeah.
It was a pinball machine, and those are super fussy.
Oh yeah.
The Joust pinball.
Yes. Oh my god, I got to watch 2 guys play it.
Made ever. It looked so cool.
It's a PvP pinball machine. You stand across from each other and play pinball at one another. I was watching it. The guy had 3 balls on his side at one point, and I was like, "Oh my god,
that's fucking awesome!"
Yeah, I didn't end up playing it. I just watched it.
Yeah, I watched it, and I was like, "This looks so cool."
Yeah, it was incredible. And
I want to find a place near me that has a pinball machine now.
Right.
I'm like,
Although I've developed a bespoke pinball opinions now.
Does that CERN machine suck?
No,
because I don't like CERNs.
That might be what I'm about to say. I haven't paid enough attention. Well, first of all, I know I don't really care for the Atari machines. I didn't like most of those.
Those are they're so simple.
Exactly, they're too simple. I didn't like them. But then there's the thing that I really didn't like is it's what you get nowadays with the modern pinball machines. All the rails, all the really
just maximalist ones.
Yes, I'm I found the ones from the 70s and early 80s were the ones I was really fucking with.
There's a few of those ones I really like. I've played a lot. I didn't play it there, but I played a lot of the Simpsons pinball machine.
Oh yeah,
it's there's so much going on in it, but it's really fun.
Yeah. I think the pinball that I fucked with most was High Stakes Pinball, which was from 74 or whatever. It was the one with the gorilla on it.
I
really liked that one.
I'm glad this is another one that was always full, but I got to do it right at the end. I got to spend 10 minutes on it.
Yeah.
It's the Superman one, which is
old.
I wanted
to try that. I just didn't get a chance because it was always somebody.
It was a super simple.
Yeah, it was an Atari one. Yeah.
But it was slightly better than most of them. Out of those, it was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Because it had there was some shit.
I like the art on it.
The art was really good. I really liked the art. I wonder who did the art for it.
There was one, I can't remember which machine it was, but I walked past and then turned around and leaned in because I wanted to look at the art closer. It was like some wizard or something, but I was like, whoa, that's amazing, comic art. I did.
But yeah, I wasn't huge. I'm not super interested in because they had really new ones there.
Yeah, I didn't touch any of them.
That Godfather one I know was super new.
Yeah, I couldn't care.
There was a line for that fucking Harry Potter one.
Oh my, that was crazy.
That was
what
absurd.
The fuck is happening?
There was one of those new ones I wanted to try. It was the Space Patrol one.
Space Tank? Is that there was?
Yeah.
I saw that one because there was a pinball vendor there.
Space Tank Guild.
And that was one of the demo units or whatever.
Yeah, I wanted to try that one out because I was like, well, this isn't based on something like that,
Yeah.
This is new iconography. I mean, it's pulp sci-fi pastiche.
It's also, the name is like almost Dominion Tank Patrol. Like that was my thought.
It's just like it's a bunch of whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna be seeing something new.
Yeah, you prefer that to like
whatever
Downton Abbey pinball or whatever. Like that sort of shit. Like
I don't know if they had a Sopranos pinball machine, but if they did, I should have done it.
I mean, did you see that clip of the Sopranos pinball machine that somebody posted on Blue Sky?
I don't think so.
Where like it's like when you hit like the bumpers, you just get like a fuck. So it's just fuck. Like
that's lovely.
I should have hunted for it because I think they might have had one. Because I saw somebody posting about it, but no, it was at GDQ that there was that it was there. That's where I saw it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I didn't get to try Sinistar.
I played a little bit of it, but
I wish I did, but I just didn't.
It was one of the things where I played like a game of it, and I just was like, you know what, I have to like lock in on this, and I'd rather let somebody else play it, sort of thing. Like there are other games here that I'm already starting to like really appreciate. I'd rather spend more time on.
Yeah, it's like for the most part, I'm also somebody, and I kind of want to fix this.
Yeah,
but I am somebody who I'm not super into a lot of arcade games. I want to be better. I want to I like it, and I was playing Mr. Do, and I was kind of I think I might get it. I could spend a lot of time doing this, but yeah, I'm just not somebody who's super into them normally.
So am I. I mean, I'm a similar way. Although the physical machine adds a lot, right?
It does add a lot.
It adds so much of the experience. I mentioned it when I was in my solo record, but like I got really into Omega Race. I fucking loved that game. Like
I was
gonna be thinking about it.
That was fun.
I told you I was like, if I had more money and more space, I would try to buy this machine. Like I was like that into it at that point. I was like,
Space War Life. I thought it was really funny, and I'm never going to play Lunar Lander or whatever again. Because I don't want to ruin my perfect streak.
Of getting a 5X on your first fucking try.
After you crashed twice. I was like, okay.
That's also something to mention. In the Lunar Lander, they had like the Atari game, but then they had the PDP 11 original there.
I wish I tried that too. I do.
I was too scared to touch it. I was genuinely like, I don't want to touch this machine because it is as old as my parents, and it's more important than they are.
I felt with the Magnavox Odyssey, where I was like, I can't do this. I can't touch it. It's scary.
We picked up the controller and said, well, this feels bad, and then put the...
I moved a bit, and I was like, I can't do it.
We can't do this. I don't want to break them.
These knobs are evil. I don't like it. It's evil, and it's scary, and it's old, and it's not made for me right now.
I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Does my FGPA Mister can it?
I think it could. I think it could probably.
Odyssey games?
Probably good. I'd be shocked.
Does somebody make reproduction controllers for? I should figure out where to park.
You should.
I don't know. Yeah, I should just do that now. But does somebody make reproduction things for that?
Oh, 100%, right?
Oh my god, what? What the fuck? This is so unuseful.
We're gonna end this recording here, folks, as we try to figure out how to park on the street that Seth lives on, which has been cordoned off for some reason.
How am I supposed to read this? There are days. There are specific days. What?
That's it, folks. I will be talking to you tomorrow as I head home, and part 1 of Bog Frog Summer ends. Goodbye. It's, you know what time it is. It's Bog Frog Summer. It's day 3. Day 3? Day 0, day 1, day 2. Day 3 of Bog Frog Summer. I am heading home. Probably not going to do a ton this way through, unless something particularly exciting occurs to me or I see something interesting. I just kind of want to go home. I'm at that point, I've been driving for a little bit at this point. I wanted to wait. There's this fucked up bit of road when you're leaving Seth's, and I wanted to get through all that before I drove with one hand and talked into a microphone, being distracted and what have you. So I'm doing that now. Feeling safer here. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Should I do thoughts about the whole trip right now? I think I will. I had a lovely weekend. We were kind of in a rush this morning, so I didn't get a chance. I'm certain Seth will listen to this, so I will say it now. Thank you, Seth, for letting me sleep in your home. Thank you, Seth's folks, and everyone in that home. That makes it sound like there's like a lot of people there. There's not. I don't know why I said that. But I thank you, Seth, for generosity extending your place of home. I don't fucking know. I'm like I said, I'm kind of done. But it was a great weekend. It was just so much fun. Like, genuinely best 2 days I've had in a long time. I've talked about it a lot already. California Extreme, just amazing. I'm coming back next year, I'm thinking. I don't know if I'll do the full 2 days that year. I kind of want to. I got an idea of what I'm going to do next year, is what I'll say. I'm working through in my head. I don't think I talked about it, but I bought a Macintosh. There's a cop. I bought a Macintosh Plus, I believe is the model I got. It's one of the all-in-ones, what we would call now an all-in-one. I don't think that term was popular then. It's like when you think of a Mac from the 80s, it's what you're thinking of, right? It's one of those. I got that at California. I don't think I mentioned it. Really good price on it. I'm very excited to play with it. We're planning, when we go up to Seattle next weekend, to go to RePC, which is like a electronics recycling store, recycling place. I don't know. We're planning to go there, and I'm hoping to get a keyboard and stuff. It's got some weird standards that it uses. Theoretically, I can just get an adapter, I'm pretty certain, but I'd like to get some original hardware. And I've got some other things I want to do to it, but I don't know how interesting that is to you guys. But yeah, California Extreme, amazing. So happy I got this computer. I've been wanting one for years. And then, again, we talked about it a lot last night, but the Godzilla Film Fest, outstanding. We didn't mention, but there is going to be a Godzilla con, like a fan con, in the Bay. I don't remember where. They said it like, I heard them say it like 5 times, and I don't remember it, so, oops. But look into that. The guys who are running it seem really nice. I know some of the vendors that were there, the dealers, that we bought from. I believe, this is what I want. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. I believe some of them are going to be there. And we talked about, but lovely, lovely people there. I don't know. It seems like a great time. I'm not going to go down. I think I'm going to have enough travel after next weekend for the year. But go check that out. Godzilla Film Fest, Godzilla Fan Fest. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm certain if you are able to go, you'd have a great time. The great trip. I'm so happy to have done it. I keep saying it. I'm happy to spend time with my boys. My boy Seth, my boy Mike. It was really lovely. That's it. Again, you're probably not going to hear from me until I'm home. Even then, I don't know if I'll record. I'll probably just want to lay down and die in my bed for a little bit. But yeah, that was Bog Frog Summer Part 1. Because Part 2 is next weekend. I don't know if there'll be separate episodes. There's not a lot to edit here, so I'm probably just slap these things together and put it up. And then Seth's got a bunch of footage that he's recorded, and we'll probably splice together something out of all that, as well, which will be fun. Making sure I'm not going to crash into somebody and die. But yeah, great time. Go have a fun time with your friends. That's my recommendation for the day. I hope you enjoyed Bog Frog Summer Part 1. Look forward to Part 2, which, depending on how it goes, might be happening right after I hit... hiccups. But, depending on how it goes, might start as soon as I hit the stop button here for you. But yeah, that's Bog Frog Summer. Bye.